Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So today we are doing a little recent finds video with my most recent peg finds. It's going to be exclusively Mattel showcase, including some Matchbox as well as of course some Hot Wheels. So we'll go through finds. Maybe we're going to crack a couple cars as well, since obviously, it's Friday, so why not? And yeah, check out some castings that are now maybe related to some that I picked up, or different colorways of some that I picked up. So we'll scurry along there, see what we get out of this. So first and foremost, did find a couple of Hot Wheels mainlines that I had not stumbled upon. And I decided to pick up. It's nothing very new there, but just a couple small things. So first one that I picked up is the really cool, most current livery of the Bel Air Gasser, the 55 Chevy. So that's definitely cool. I love the livery. Collector. Very appropriate. Makes sense. It's a nice color. You got some cool orange metallic paint. Kind of hard to see the flake there, but it is metallic. I do love the wheel setup on this. The 5-slot, the retro 5-slot wheels, black base, and the chrome insert, of course, which gives itself to the rear bumper, the interior, as well as that big V8, big blown V8. I do have a few variations of Gasser. I'm not a huge Gasser collector, but there's so many variations of this casting, and it is quite cool. My favorite that I have loose is definitely the Holly liveried one. Definitely a very cool livery. Reputable company that has been sponsoring drag racing for quite some time. So, and yeah, definitely nice to see a side-by-side there. This one has the gold 5 spokes, staggered setup with the big fatties in the back and small ones in the front. Pretty much the same kind of wheel setup on both there, as you can see. Same base, same everything. But this one, however, the 55 here, I did customize slightly, just adding a few choice details to make it that much more realistic. A little bit of silver on the bottom here, kind of like shavings from the deleted bumper. Chromed out the little fuel tank on the front. Also the lights, obviously, which were not done. And on the back, we just went with some little light details here. That's it. Didn't need anything more, in my opinion. Well, of course, I did also the locks and the door handles, which are not done. But yeah, it's pretty much, I find all it needed to just look good, just look a little bit more detailed, a little bit more realistic. And there we go. We've got our nice little gasser here. I'll put this in the back. Did manage to find as well treasure hunt I hadn't stumbled upon, the time shifter, which is a casting I definitely like. This is basically the van version of the Time Taxi, which is one of my favorite fantasy castings from Hot Wheels. And in my opinion, this is probably the most obvious treasure hunt that has ever been produced. I don't think I need really to tell you why, because it's blatantly apparent on the side. So this is obviously international card, since I'm from Canada, so none of the verbiage, just the logo, little silver flame. And it's casting I do like, and I actually do have an older variation, really from 2017 or something like that, basically. This casting was just released. So we have the Hot Wheels tire shop here, and I actually did detail this one out as well. Like even on the front of the card here, you notice how the intercooler is not silver. There's a few missing details here. So I just went ahead with the time shifter and just made it my own because I don't have to follow any type of rules. So here's what I did for the front, which I find it kind of looks pretty cool. Did the carbs as well, or the filters for the carbs. Gold top, silver silver filter, and yeah, just added some light details to the rear. I find it makes it look pretty cool. You know, it's just tiny detail job, but you know, that front rear pass we're solely missing, and gives a little bit more you know, just a little bit more oomph to the casting. So there you go, a little fantasy casting for you there. Did also stumble upon a Matchbox 5-packs that I was hesitating to buy, and by the time I actually managed to make up my mind that I actually wanted it, well, obviously it was gone. So I had to wait for re-up on the Matchbox 5-packs at my local Toys R Us, and that happened last week. So finally decided to get this pack. It is the MBX British Roadways pack. So this would be my top 3 so far for the year, with the Japanese themed 5-pack, which is in my opinion the best, and this is probably a tie with the Volkswagen 5-pack also that came out in this same wave. Really good 5-packs with all licensed models that we are actually going to check out. Now the main reason why I wanted this pack was for this guy right here, the little Morris Minor Coupe. New casting for 2024. This is probably the 3rd color wave, I think. Came out in a 50th anniversary livery, and it also came out 70th anniversary livery, so that kind of light gray metallic with the orange accents. And then it actually came out I believe on single card in green first, and now we have this blue version in multi-pack, and it does have, probably won't be able to see this, but it does have a red interior, which I find is kind of neat. This is followed by this Mini Cooper S Cabrio. Not my favorite car, but you know, it's a cool little car. Did have one variation of it, kind of like a silverish pink, that I did get rid of, and now we have this one. So no rear tampos on this one, unfortunately, but we do have the stripes on the top as well as the front tampos that are done. Got the black 5 spokes instead of the chrome 5 spokes that were on the alternate color variation that I had of this. And yeah, nice typical Matchbox metallic orange. So this we will follow up with the beautiful Jaguar F-Type Coupe, which is definitely a casting that I really like from Matchbox. And we do actually have a loose version of this, and surprisingly enough, it's another multi-pack exclusive, and it would be this green variation. So British Racing Green Jag, can't go wrong. I did do the grills in the front, just to add a little bit more depth to the detailing. Added some chrome to the mirror lenses, and just did the exhaust on the back. And these sound sick, both in V6 supercharge and V8 form. The V6 supercharge, and I think the V8 is also, yeah, I think it's also supercharged, but either way, definitely a nice vehicle. Great looking car in 1-to-1 scale in real life. It's a great looking car. So we have the British Racing Green on the twin 10 spokes, and here we now have it in this really nice, and this is one of my favorite colors from Matchbox. It's a very metallic charcoal, like gunmetal gray, kind of like gunmetal gray from the R32 GTR Skyline, but with a ton of flake in it. The second vehicle that I actually really wanted was the LEVC Taxi. So an electric London taxi to replace the old the old Nissan diesel powered one, as London is really cutting down on emissions within the city limits. So it's cool to have a blue version of it, quite unusual. And I do have the black one loose. Didn't feel it was necessary to go through it because it's one of those cars that warm the pegs for a significant amount of time. And to finish off, we have the current generation of the Land Rover Defender in that kind of like grayish seafoam green that does resemble a lot the National Parks green, and it's the same green that we talked about when I showed the Bronco Sport casting that I picked up fairly recently, a few weeks back. So looks good. This is tampoed front and rear. Actually, the only one that's not tampoed front and rear in this set is the Mini that doesn't have rear tampos, since it has its Go Faster stripes on the hood there. But overall, solid set, all licensed. And this specific one, well, I do have a single of it. And this really nice, this is the first color release, so another green, but this one's going to be like an olive metallic green. And well, since we've got two, you know what that means. This one's gonna come out to breathe. So just put the multi-pack here, and we'll go ahead and open this. And we'll let you focus on this, since don't want you guys to get too bored. I'll give you something to look at while I get this opened. There we go. All right, good looking casting. I definitely like it. Just want to do a quick check here. Well, yeah, it's kind of sad, but just noticed that despite this being an extremely good looking casting, great tampos front, as you can see. Very, very well done. Nice detailing in the casting. And here's your rear. I always found the lights look kind of weird in their placement on these, but you know, at the same time I can see the nod to the original. So the spare tire that's part of the gray portion here does the whole lower body cladding. Here's your base 2020 release, and unfortunately, well, whole top is plastic, and not only is it plastic, but it is opaque plastic, which means that most likely there is no interior to this. Kind of sad, but at the same time, you know what? It's a nice little truck. You can actually order these with a V8 short wheelbase, believe it or not. Supercharged V8 short wheelbase, over 500 horsepower. That's the spec I'd choose, that's for sure. Yeah. Another car that we have not, that was actually not picked up anytime recently, and I've, you know, had it for a little bit. Well, I'll have the opportunity to open it, as we can see this beautiful T-Bird 86 T-Bird Pro Stock. So the pre-facelift, not like the Matt and Debbie Hayes version, which is 87 plus. This is the 83 to 86 model with the thinner rear lights and the quad sealed beams, as opposed to you know, the one-piece wraparound lights that the facelift version got. So it's a cool casting for sure. I definitely like the style of this car, and it's cool because I get to open it now, since we've started to receive in our Toys R Us stores the Ultra Hots. So here you go. Look at that. Look at that. We've got a matching pair here, which again means that we're going to be opening the mainline. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. I'll put this one here just to make a little bit more of a background for you. And we'll just go ahead and open these up. Open this up, should I say. All right. And here's your T-Bird. Oh, got a little bit of a, oh. Well, we've got a little, unfortunately, Yep, we got a little bit of a paint chip right smack in the middle of the roof. Looks great from the side though. Obviously, it's not my favorite livery, just the big Hot Wheels on the side, but it's made in a way that's very 80s, and I mean, this is like a late 80s. It looks like it breathes late 80s, early 90s drag build. The colorway, beautiful blue, by the way, beautiful, beautiful blue. Look at that beautiful paint color. Does look like the race team blue, the Hot Wheels race team blue. So this one, obviously, you know, you got the chute in the back, you got the split drag wing, or should I say winglets at this point. And you can see the thin lights with the T-Bird logo that's embossed in there. And here's your front with those, these are actually the same seal beams you'd see on a four-eyed fox body. These were standard size seal beams, and were discontinued for actual unit headlamps in the, probably in the late 80s. Yeah, before we hit the 90s, I'm pretty sure. So we've got the clear, what is this called? Clear scoop, I guess. Hood scoop. I don't remember the name of the engine builder, but there's an engine builder that's his signature, basically. Super well known drag engine builder, and he does this for his intakes, like a plexiglass see-through, which is pretty cool. And of course, oh boy, this is going to be a very good roller. Drag cars by Hot Wheels are normally really good rollers, so let's check out the Ultra Hots version though. So let's, there we go. Try and get some light in there. Beautiful, beautiful Spectra Flame Blue. Very similar feel to it. You got Ultra Hots instead of Hot Wheels. You got the Goodyear. Oh, well, you know what? This has a cracked bubble. I just noticed. Well, I guess we're opening this one. We'll be able to really compare them side by side. Great. I'm expecting to open the Ultra Hots today, but I guess that's what we're going to do. All right. Well, let's take a better look at this. And this one, obviously, you can see the temples are all done. The actual cowl hood is chrome, and it's actually metal, because this is a metal-based card, as opposed to the mainline that is not. Sorry, the camera gets really finicky when you get a really shiny surface there, but definitely a metal base. Look at the rear. Look at the rear, how this is so well made. Definitely like it. Definitely like it a lot. Very awesome. Very, very awesome. And now we can compare both side by side. So obviously front and rear details definitely not the same, but it is the same casting, just not the same blue, not quite the same livery. But damn, do these ever go well together, eh? I really like this. I really like this a lot. So there you go. Definitely, this is plastic base, so it's much lighter, but pretty much the same details on the base. So except just not in the same order. And this actually doesn't have a year. Very weird that it does not have a year. Well, either way. Oh, yes it does. It's on the back here. Here we go. 2011 Mattel. Huh, this is a metal on metal 2011 release, is it? Huh. I did not know that, because this is a 2022 release. So, alright, cool. Well, there you go. That's a pretty diverse lineup right there. Alright, well, yeah, I guess we'll continue on with the Ultra Hots. Now, I only managed to pick up one Ultra Hot that was actually a JDM piece. So, well, I mean, still picked it up. It wasn't one that I was super looking forward to. But, oh, sorry about that. Dropped one of the cars, so save, but I just wanted to get it up there. But yeah, I mean, it's not one that I was really after. And by the way, I will show you what's in these, because both these series came out pretty much at the same time. So, but I've got the you've got the these two here that I really want. Dodge 330 and the A86, obviously. I don't mind if I don't find the 510. We just looked at that one. Skyline 2000 GTX. Well, obviously, I'm always down for that. I did see the Beetle. It's pink, but I didn't pick it up because I have... It's not casting I love, but I have a bunch of them. So, I mean, why add one more that's just going to stay on card and probably end up being traded or something. And, of course, the 935. Well, that, if I find it, definitely I'm picking it up. Did not find the Porsche, not surprisingly. Skyline 510, they're always gone. A86, also gone. But I did find the Honda City Turbo 2. And it's a nice one. It's a very nice one. It's got all the deets, front and rear. Spectra Flame red. It's funny because I detailed one of these out and I find that they're pretty complementary. So I did the lips of those white Aerodisc blue, dark blue, to kind of tie in with the blue portion of the deco. See how I did for details. So there you go. That's what I did on mine. And this is what Hot Wheels did on theirs. Well, these are both Hot Wheels, I mean. But you know what I mean. Did detail out the exhaust on this one just to make that side pipe pop a little bit. And here's your rear. Here's your rear. So, yeah, I think we did a pretty similar job, honestly. Pretty similar. I guess it's a good thing, right? But yeah, it looks good. Oop. There you go. Put this one here. And there you go. We'll put the nice Ultra Hots right there. All right. 3 more Ultra Hots that I actually found. The other one that's in this wave, we'll check out last, the one that I found. But the other wave also actually dropped. I'll show you what's in this one. So here's the other one. I don't know if these are 2 waves that are supposed to come out together or not, but yeah. So did find this one. No Mazda Repu, no Triumph, no Firebird. The Javelin is definitely one I definitely want. Did manage to find this one. BMW, if I find it, probably I'll pick it up. K4 Racer, probably won't because I have a lot of those castings. Actually, same thing probably for the Repu. The ones I'm really looking for that I didn't find are really the Javelin and the Firebird because I can't stay away from these 3rd gen Firebirds. I love them so much, better than the Camaro. But yeah, I did find this one. And this is a big doozy of a casting. Very big. Very long. I mean, it takes up the full space on the card. So that's pretty cool. Slammed to the ground, as it should. Equal diameter Ultra Hot wheels. Nice Spectra Flame purple. With the unmistakable Ultra Hots livery. Very nice rear tampos. And very nice front tampos. So all in all, not too shabby if I do say so myself. So yeah, it's a pretty solid casting. I love the fact that it's so much more slammed here than on the card art. So happy to get my hands on this one. Definitely a casting that I did not have an exemplar of, and now I do. 2 last ones are definitely my favorites that I've found so far. So one is such a throwback, and I'm so happy. Oh, by the way, these are the Honda is not metal base; it's plastic base, but all the other ones are definitely metal base, just like that T-Bird that we set free. So these are all metal base from here on out. But I mean, there's only 2 other ones that I actually picked up. So managed to find the 81 Ford Fairmount stock car. This is a casting that has not been used in, since the 80s probably. Maybe the early 90s, but this is a total throwback. With the throwback wheels, throwback livery, beautiful, beautiful Spectra Flame dark green, which is great. You've got the rear done, which is very unusual because these never had the rear done. And this is the only one that has no tampos in the front. So, yeah, literally no tampos in the front. Would have been very easy to add. Just literally a little bit of black in those squares in the middle, a little bit of white for the lights, and then, you know, the turn indicators in orange, and we would have been set. Either way, very nice. Very, very nice. Definitely loving this. This is just old school, like there's no tomorrow. This guy really wants to roll away. And the last, and definitely my favorite so far that I found of this Ultra Hots Wave, is the 64 Dodge 330. And this is, again, a gigantic piece of metal. It is super heavy. It's got the, probably my favorite color set up on a car, because it has my two favorite colors for a car. So you've got the green and the white deco on it. White looks clean on every single car that I can think of, and green is just probably the color that has the best the best palette of shades, different shades and whatnot. Always looks good. It can be lime green, can be forest green, it can be olive green, khaki green, you know, or this really cool spectra flame green. And cool feet, and obviously this is metal base again, but the coolest feature about this car is that it has an opening hood. Oh, we get to see the opening hood, or kept opening by itself, but either way, it definitely has the opening hood. You can see right there, it has the opening hood. So very, very definitely cool. But yeah, this is my favorite of probably these two waves combined. And probably the second one when I find it is going to be the A86. But, you know, that was my first car, so. Although it was A85, not an A86, because no way in hell was it a GTS. But either way, I digress. So there were my Ultra Hot finds. We will finish off with two premiums that I picked up today, actually, as again, local Toys R Us delivered on a, is this the most recent or the second most recent set of Fast and Furious cars? Not sure. Either way, it's this series right here. So, here we go. I mean, I have this one, I have this one, I have this one. This one is on its third release. This one on its fourth release. This one's been released probably 54,000 times, both in mainline and premium. I mean, yeah, it's, you know, I'll just stick with my two original releases of these. This one's loose, this one's carded. This one's part of the kind of like F&F tribute, yeah, I guess tribute shelf. So I'll have to show you guys some of my shelves eventually, but it's such a mess that I get fear that I'm going to cause ADHD in a lot of collectors that actually keep their collections neatly displayed. Either way, all fun and games there, but we have the premium version of the Mona Lisa. Wasn't going to pick this one up, but I was like, you know what? I do have the semi-premium out of the box set, and after kind of like just checking it out, there's a few details in there that are just, you know, they're definitely better rendered on the premium version. First and foremost, the shade of orange. Definitely closer on the premium versus the semi-premium. Secondly, the orange that actually continues onto the rear, whereas it does not on the semi-premium. Well, you know, T37s with the Rays logo, definitely a win. No Rays logo on this one. They both have front and rear tampos that are pretty good, but I mean, I don't know. Tampo work is pretty much spot on both, in my humble opinion at least, and you'll notice as well the front isn't done on the semi-premium, whereas it is on the premium. So, I mean, I thought to myself, you know what, I might as well get the good old Mona Lisa, you know, Han's car that was destroyed by Sean in Tokyo Drift, you know. And I also, another reason why I wanted to pick up the, this one just want to roll away, so put it here. The other reason why I wanted to pick up the premium version of this is because I do have the fast rewind version from, what, 3 years ago, I guess, of the original Sylvia. So we have the original Sylvia with the livery and the last Sylvia, which makes a great duo. The then and now kind of theme going on. This one's on the 4 spokes, old school, just like it should, versus the T37 6 spokes. And last find, but definitely not least, I'm pretty sure you've all guessed what this is going to be, but we finally got the Toyota Soar. It's funny because the last thrift store finds video that I did manage to find the OG casting of this by Hot Wheels, all beat up and whatnot, and literally a few days later, boom, we got the Redux. I love the Falcon sponsorship front and side. Great tampo work. Again, the 6 spokes, but black with chrome lip. The rear is great. And it's funny because now I've got not only the old battered version that I was just referring to, but I've got Atomica Police version. I've got a slammed D1 GP Jada version that you would be able to see in my most recent video, the Slam Saturday showcase. You can always go back and listen to that one. They're kind of a long showcase, but a lot of cool cars. Black base, black interior, and this is literally a luxury Supra. So 1 JZ power as opposed to the 2 JZ in the Supra. 1 JZ GT in Japan, and you could have the 1U ZV8 as well, and you could even pick up the 1U ZV8 in all-wheel drive form on the Japanese market, which is kind of cool. Imagine this V8 all-wheel drive GT coupe. Sounds good to me. I mean, let it snow. No sunroof though, it's kind of weird. And yeah, I mean, great looking car. So happy to add that to the collection. Definitely. Great paint color too, a nice metallic ruby red. So there you go. Those are my finds for today. Hope you did enjoy checking out these cars with me. I definitely enjoyed showing them to you. So if you enjoyed, hit that like, comment your feedback, subscribe, be notified of my next uploads, which is normally weekly. And on that, I will let you go. Wish you best of luck in your hunts and stay safe out there. Take care. Bye-bye.